Mukambera koka mpepo, mukambera koka mutu, osatara ntawi vantu pitani kuchipatala. Azima ya pakati, nabana ba under 5, nazi bambo zonse, konani mu mosquito neti, musaro pepper spray, musaro pepper neti, izindi enjila, sochingili. Neba, ukazikona muneti neba. Malaria sisanka iwe neba. So protect your family, my neighbor. It ends with me. It ends with Malaria me. Will end with Malaria you. Ends with me. It ends with you. It ends with me.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from the Churches Health Association of Zambia, CHAZ.
Ozeron Funeral Services, under the supervision of Mr. Ronald Chimpanga, the Director of Operations, offers the following services: body care, caskets, coffins, tombstones, and long-distance transport. We also provide tents, chairs, and lowering machines. Find us in Lusaka at UTH and Charleston. Contact us on the number 0976 161213. That is 0976 161213. Or contact us via our 24/7 hotline on 0975 442107. We also have branches in Monze, Luansha, Chongwe, and Living Services. Come for affordable and quality services.
Time is precious. Don't wait hours on the road. Utilize the time you have to enjoy the things that matter. Visit places, visit people, visit Kasama through your gateway to possibilities. That's right. Kasama Airport has been upgraded and is now open and ready to welcome you with open arms. Contact the airline of your choice to book your next trip into the region. Zambia Airport.
Wow, that over there is a very nice Ford. Have you seen it?
Of course. I have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage such vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Shuma Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, air con filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Shuma Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where owned?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop in Lusaka. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960747235. Email shumaautoparts@gmail.com. Shuma Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The Happy World of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news at 18:30. The headlines. Government reaffirms its commitment to rehabilitate and construct 4 airports in Northern Province. CEJ calls for inclusive land governance in Africa. Mozambique Parliament backs a move to extend military service to 5 years. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. With the news in detail, I'm Herbert Mutabi. President Hakainde Hichilema has reiterated that government has secured funds to develop 4 airports in the Northern Province in the 2024 national budget with a view to enhance economic activities. These are Kasaba Bay, Kasama, Mbala, and Chinsali airports, conferring with their Royal Highnesses Paramount Chief Chitimukulu and Senior Chief Mwamba ahead of the official commissioning of Kasama Airport. President Hichilema said the developments will accelerate development in the agriculture and tourism sectors, among others. The head of state further asked the Paramount Chief Chitimukulu and Senior Chief Mwamba to support and work with the government by spreading the good things done so far. And President Hichilema has revealed that tomorrow he will be launching the official commencement of the construction works for the 110 palaces across the country.
Yes, Chisali. We've already allocated money for Chisali. So Kasama, Mbala, Kasama Bay, Chisali, 4 airports in the northern corner. And then development will come agriculture, tourism, mining, I think that's the way we want to do it. But I'm just saying to you, I'm very excited. My team, my government is very excited. We'll continue working here. And I hope our people can see that leaderships are elected to the lead.
Information and Media Minister Cornelius Mwetwa has insisted that Petauke Central Independent Member of Parliament Emmanuel Banda wanted to present a motion in Parliament to urge the executive to start the constitutional amendment process. Speaking during a media briefing in Osaka, Mr. Mwetwa says that the opposition parliamentarians should therefore not run away from their own creation of proposing amendments to the Republican Constitution. Mr. Mwetwa has further attributed to the political differences on the floor of the House, which he said led to some of them being suspended, which has caused them to back out of initiating the amending of the Constitution. He has likened this attitude to that of Bill 10, which he explained that started on a note of consultation amongst members of Parliament and along the way became skeptical.
The rationale of these members of Parliament coming together to agree before government can bring to the attention of the nation the requirements, possible requirement of constitutional amendment, was because of the lessons that were learned through Bill 10. Bill 10 started on a note of consultation amongst members of Parliament on their own when the idea was mooted. And along the way, the ruling party threw away the members of the opposition, which made the members of the opposition circumstantially apprehensive and anxious as to what they wanted to go and put in the Constitution.
The Center for Environment Justice, CEJ, has called for inclusive land governance in Africa and the need to enhance the management of land-based investments in Zambia. This came to light during a research presentation by CEJ Head of Research and Studies, Freeman Mubanga, during a technical session at the 5th Conference on Land Policy in Africa, currently underway at the African Union Commission headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Mr. Mubanga said that the research particularly zeroed in on the traditional land tenure system, aiming to establish a robust framework that promotes a responsible and sustainable land use. Is to drive equitable socio-economic progress and environmental conservation. CEJ Head of Research and Studies emphasized the importance of recognizing the value of the traditional land tenure system, which covers over 70% of Zambia's land mass. Mr. Mubanga stressed that key components for inclusive land governance include enhanced land use planning, secure land rights through transparent processes, meaningful community participation, and robust social and environmental safeguards. Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu has revealed that preliminary investigations after a post-mortem on the body of deceased Alan Sika Longo at Mukushi Police Station in a central province indicated that there was no physical and head injury observed on the body and the brain was intact. He was responding to the question raised by Mukushi North Member of Parliament Christopher Chibuye, who wanted to know if government is aware of the suspect who was found dead in a police cell on Sunday, 19th November 2023, after alleged torture by police officers. Mr. Mwimbu further says the investigations are still going on as the state pathologists collected some specimens from the body of the deceased for more tests.
Acting on the report, the police carried out investigations which led to the apprehension of male suspect Shadrach Skalengwe, aged 30, together with two other male suspects on the same day. The three suspects were detained at Mukushi Station. On the same day, around 19 hours, inmates alerted officers that male Shadrach Skalengwe had collapsed. The police picked and immediately rushed him to Mukushi District Hospital, where he was unfortunately pronounced dead upon arrival.
The Lusaka City Council has noted with concern the continued littering as one of the major causes of clogged catch pits, thereby causing floods during the rainy season. Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba explains that despite the local authority not having been able to construct drainages in all parts of the city as prescribed under the drainage master plan to mitigate floods in the city, the council has made tremendous progress through the construction and maintenance of drainages to prepare for the rainy season. Ms. Mwamba says human activities are a source of concern as indiscriminate disposal of waste in some parts of the city remains at its peak. She says that the council recently rehabilitated and expanded the drainages in flood-prone areas, such as the eastern side of Kulima Tower Bus Station, and also constructed drainages in Kamwala South to avert floods along Pongozi Road and the surrounding areas.
The council recently rehabilitated and expanded the drainages in flood-prone areas such as the eastern side of Kolima Tower Bus Station and also constructed drainages in Kamwala South to avert floods along Pongozi Road and surrounding areas. Furthermore, the council is doing kilometer drainage in Foxdale area. The council also has done a lot of works in terms of drainage works along that usually experience floods such as Tokyo Way, Chandwemsonda Road, Twikatane, Makishi Road, among others.
In other news trending this evening. Etino Anti-Terrorism Center has apprehended 4 Zambians in connection with a suspected case of smuggling or trafficking of 30 suspected Ethiopians and 13 suspected Somali nationals in Kasama district. Climate-smart agriculturist Oliver Bulaya has noted that some farmers are facing challenges in redeeming their inputs, and the Farmer Input Support Program, FISP, now at the expense of planting. Up next, business news.
5 5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The National Heritage Conservation Commission regrets that in the recent past, it has not managed to showcase the investment potential of Zambia's heritage to potential investors, captains of industry, the general public, and the media. National Heritage Conservation Commission Board Chairperson Irene Muyenga says and conserve heritage resources, the Commission's management and board are to pull up their socks. Speaking during a media breakfast organized by the institution, Ms. Muyenga says that the event held is a statement of intent regarding the direction the board and management at NHCC heritage resources are brought into a central position in the country's development agenda by providing a facilitating and conducive environment for private.
Turn this into a reality by promoting sustainable partnerships, improving investment guidelines, having our key sites graded, providing basic infrastructure at selected sites, and adequately marketing these sites with your support. I will fail my duties if I do not take cognizance of the support the ministry has rendered.
Speaking at the same event, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Evans Muhanga, says with over 4,000 heritage sites in Zambia, the investment opportunities in heritage sites are innumerable and range from development of hotels, lodges, camps, and golf courses to the exploitation of natural features for water-based activities, adventure tourism, and community tourism.
We have a total of about 4,000 heritage sites as well, out of which 105 are declared as national monuments. 6 are on the tentative World Heritage list, and 1 is a designated World Heritage site. The government views these resources as key modes of economic development, economic growth, poverty alleviation, and employment creation. However, this reality can only be achieved if all of us work together.
And NHCC Acting Executive Director Muyumbo Ndioi says the Commission is engaging the local authorities to see how some portion of the Constituency Development Fund can be set aside to improve heritage sites found in respective localities.
Indeed, not everything at once, but we are hoping and we are still engaging with the local community. Maybe when these are done, maybe now people will turn their eyes to say, oh, how do we now improve the heritage? We are yet to see that yet, so that the community can support to say we can put sign in this area in the heritage site which is found in our district. For now, for the last 2 years, it's been quiet. I'm sure we are waiting. So maybe after hospitals are done, maternity wards, mortuaries, I'm sure maybe now interest will come to our heritage sites. We're really hoping on that, but we're engaging the local authorities.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Mozambique's parliament has approved a draft law increasing compulsory military service from 2 to 5 years for general service and up to 6 for special forces. It is intended to help the army retain more soldiers and be more professional. Neighboring countries have sent troops to help Mozambique tackle an Islamist insurgency in the north. The authorities hope a longer military service would remove the need for foreign support against the jihadists. The new law may still face amendments and must be assented to by the president to become law. For this and other world news stories.
The convicted murderer and former Paralympian Oscar Pistorius has been told he can leave prison in January after a South African parole board approved his conditional release. He's been serving a 13-year sentence for murdering his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, a decade ago. The main centre-right party in the Netherlands, the VVD, has announced that it will not go into coalition with the far-right Freedom Party and its leader Geert Wilders. Mr. Wilders won a surprise victory in this week's general election, but without sufficient parliamentary seats to form a government. His manifesto included a promise to ban the Quran. China has announced that it will allow tourists from Germany to enter without a visa. The aim appears to be to encourage more overseas visitors. Beijing lifted COVID restrictions. The move might also be an attempt to boost China's image, following arguments with the West about issues such as human rights and the pandemic.
In sports news, Mikel Arteta has spoken of his pride at reaching a double century of games in charge of Arsenal. Saturday's game against Brentford will be Arteta's 200th in all competitions in the hot seat. He boasts the most wins in that time period compared to all previous Arsenal managers. Earlier this week, Arsenal sporting director Edu won the award for the best European director at Golden Boy 2023. Up next is the weather forecast for the evening. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Northwestern, Copperbelt, Luapula, Northern, Muchinga, and Eastern provinces, including the northern parts of Western, Eastern parts of Central provinces, are partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild with isolated rain and thunder. Southern, Lusaka, and Central provinces, including the southern parts of Western and Western parts of Central provinces, will be partly cloudy, slightly windy, and warm to mild with a chance of isolated showers. Ends the weather forecast for the evening.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Government reaffirms its commitment to rehabilitate and construct 4 airports in Northern Province. CEJ calls for inclusive land governance in Africa. Mozambique Parliament backs a move to extend military service to 5 years. For more news, follow us on Facebook at 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Herbert Mutavi.